Little bit of Rush. So, James, this week you got the music. Nice work, my friend. That was great.
Geddy Lee, Alex Lifeson, and Neil Peart from Rush.
Yeah, love it. Love it. Welcome back to the JV Sports Show. Big Daddy Vince here with Big Daddy James.
First thing about nicknames, Vince, you can't give yourself a nickname.
Okay,
that's the only thing.
Somebody call in and give us a nickname, but make it something good, though.
No, don't call in and give us a nickname.
Don't give us. All right. Hey, so we are joined live on the line with Ottawa University, Arizona Spirit head men's basketball coach Matt Keeley. Good morning, Coach Keeley.
Good morning, fellas. How are you guys doing this morning?
Good, sir. How are you?
Oh, we're great. It's game day, baby. We got to get up. Let's go.
Hey, Coach, quick question for you. Do you have a nickname?
I do not have a nickname.
Not like
not
Scooter or nothing like that? No? Okay.
No.
All right.
No.
All right. Well, we'll give you
I've
one.
been called many things, but I'm definitely not a nickname.
Nothing that could be published, right? Okay.
That's accurate.
Yes. Good morning. So, okay, Coach, now you guys are tipping off tonight, season opener at Benedictine Mesa. How's the preseason been going, and what are you guys expecting tonight?
Yeah, so we go over on the other side of town, the East Valley, tonight against the Benedictine Mesa guys. They're playing at the Chandler Gilbert Gym. That game's going to be at 4 o'clock this afternoon. If anyone's over on that side of town and wants
definitely
check out some small college basketball. But, for us, we have had a bunch of practices and a scrimmage. And, as a coach, you're not ever, ready to play, but we're ready in the sense that we need to play somebody else and get a gauge on where we're at. And these guys will be a tough challenge. We've split with them over the last 2 years. We're 2-2, and so we're looking forward to it today.
Coach, how excited is the team not only to start the season, but for those of you that don't know, OUAZ opening brand new athletics facilities on campus. How excited are your guys to play their first game inside Faith Arena?
Yeah, that was a shot in the arm to kind of give us some energy. For the small college basketball, we get a lot of practices. We're fortunate compared to some of the other NCAA schools that we've gone 30 practices already this year. And when we were about halfway through that, we were able to transition out of Willow Canyon, who was awesome to us, and was able to share some space with them for the first 2 years. But man, is it nice to have your own spot and just regular practice hours and being able to go until you get it right and get some extra work in on whatever time you want, let alone the fact that it's on campus, that it's got 4 full-size courts. It's just beautiful. We can't wait to show it off.
It is a beautiful gym. The floor is very unique as well. There's a design of the White Tank Mountains built into the floor there, because that's obviously to the west of you is White Tank. And it is an amazing gym. It's incredible. It's the biggest gym I've been in. Big basketball. I'm speechless, but I can't wait. Next Saturday, we're going to be handling the broadcast for your season or your home opener against Embry-Riddle. So looking forward to that as well. Coach, how have things changed the last 2 years? You had mentioned playing at Willow Canyon High. 2 years ago, I had an opportunity to broadcast a couple of your games on the live stream, and Matt McClain was your all-time leading scorer at that time. Great kid. The last 2 years, how has this program evolved?
Yeah, so you mentioned Matt, and he was able to go on and play some professionally this past season in Iceland. And
good for him.
As we've continued to evolve, we started playing a full league schedule in the GSAC, which is a 10-team league, mostly based out of California.
Yeah.
Us and one other Arizona school involved there. So our schedule changed last year quite a bit. But one big change, and this seems so simple but so obvious, is that we now have guys that have been in our program for 2 years, and this is their third year, and that's a big deal, just as we talk about terminology and we talk about style and familiarity with the coaching staff and drills that we've done, and to have a set of guys and a core set of guys that know what to expect in a film room and on a game day and in a practice setting, that's been the biggest advantage of just simply getting to year 3.
Coach, in the third year of competition, you guys open the season tonight, obviously, or this afternoon against Benedictine Mesa, and then you play Sagu American Indian College, and then following that, you host Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, and then you guys hit the road and go up to Orem, Utah, to play Utah Valley. What are your thoughts on the beginning part of your schedule this year?
Yeah, well, early we're on the road twice, and to be honest, that's because we didn't know when our gym was going to open. So we were trying to give ourselves a little bit of cushion just to make sure that first scheduled one at home was going to be in Faith Arena. But those construction crews and everyone had it done on time. So it'll end up being a good test for us, though. As you know, college basketball going on the road is a tough deal and playing in hostile environments. So that'll get us ready. The great thing about our location, not only for recruiting but also for playing, is there's lots of people that want to come be in Phoenix. And so our non-conference schedule, we, except for the exhibitions, we don't have to leave the state. Now, some of those games are on the road like today and next Friday, but we get to play 10 non-con games. They're all inside of the Phoenix metro area. And so that's going to help us a little bit, I think, as we get started, especially with some of our new faces.
Now, how exciting is it for you guys, some of these natural rivalries beginning now here in the Valley of the Sun, obviously with Arizona Christian University and now a couple of new East Valley schools with Benedictine and then Park as well. Talk about that. That's 4 really good teams right there that are going to kind of build up an in-town rivalry, right? Yeah, and then Embry-Riddle right up the road.
Yeah, and we open, like you guys mentioned, next Saturday with Embry, who's up there in Prescott, and they have beaten us as badly as anybody here in the first couple of years. So they have a great program up there and a great identity and doing what they do. So, some the rivalries don't really start until both groups are winning. And so I hesitate to call some of those matchups a rivalry just because we haven't had the success that we want to or plan to. But Park University got off to a great start and won their first one. And the other teams that you mentioned are really good programs, and hopefully as more teams come out here, people start to realize just how good of basketball is played at the small college level. I'm a guy that played at the small college level a long time ago and have coached at the NCAA Division II level and the NAI level now, and have seen those teams and been part of teams that have been in national tournaments and every year there's small college teams that'll go in and beat a small Division I. It's happened already 2 or 3 times this season, maybe more than that even. And so just how good small college basketball is, I think will continue to be seen in Phoenix as more of us continue to develop and get better and challenge each other, because I'm always a believer that, competition breeds success, and you keep adding teams out here in the Valley, and more competition is going to continue to create, and all of us are going to continue to get better. And before you know it, Phoenix is going to be a hotbed of college basketball.
Well, not only that, I mean, this conference, the Golden State Athletic Conference, is such a travel-friendly conference for you guys because it's based in California. You got some really good teams in it. Westmont, the Masters College, Montana Western, north of there. But, is there talk, because of the success of the football program in the Sooner Athletic Conference, that maybe you guys would join that, or are you going to stay put where you're at? And also recruiting implications. Tell us a little bit about how once you answer my first question, how recruiting is going and your recruiting base and all that.
Yeah, I don't want to let any fires out thinking like that we're switching conferences. I have not heard anything on conference realignment, although it happens sometimes just because of regional reasons. At the bigger levels, it happens maybe because of monetary reasons. Our monetary reasons would be, can we do this in a less expensive
travel,
manner? But, right, exactly. But we have a really good setup with the GSAC, and I foresee us being in that, going forward for a while. I don't know how friendly it is to travel to go play in some of those places. Some of those places are hostile environments, and we drive over to Southern California for 6 of those conference games. Then we go to Northern California for 2 of them, and then the last conference game is here in Arizona. But what we typically do is we'll go over on a Wednesday at night after class, and then we play Thursday after having to shoot around on game day. Friday is an off day in between, in the sense that we don't play a game. And so we'll do study hall stuff with that. We'll do a lot of prep for our Saturday opponent, but then we're really specific, and we try to get out with each member of our coaching staff to a different game that we can go watch and use that as a recruiting trip. And, Southern California has really, really good basketball. So we have used Phoenix primarily as our recruiting spot. We've had over 40 kids that have graduated from a Phoenix high school on our roster in the first 3 years. That's 40 different kids, by the way. But outside of that, outside of Phoenix, we've gone a lot to Southern California. We've gone up a little bit to the northwest of the Seattle area. A little bit of that reason is it's a really easy flight. It's a cheap flight to get up and back to find some really good, talented kids up there. And the other spot that we've gotten into a little bit but haven't had a whole lot of fruition yet, but I think we'll stay with is Las Vegas. And that's because they don't have any small colleges in their city. For number one, and number two, it's a 4-hour drive. So, that's kind of where we've decided to attack from a recruiting standpoint, and I think that's the direction we're going to stay.
Coach, to your credit, you are out there, man. You speak at clinics anytime there's an opportunity where you can get out there and do outreach and talk about OUAZ and about the spirit. We might as well hand you a packet of ShamWows and put you on Home Shopping Network because you're out there pitching the program. I mean, it's amazing, Coach.
Yes.
I got some stuff you want to sell for me.
Yeah, but Coach Adam Hepner, he's my right-hand man, and we speak the same language, and he's out. He was even out yesterday at a jamboree over in California trying to check some stuff out. But the great thing that makes it easy is OUAZ just keeps getting easier and easier to promote and to sell. And you guys mentioned not only the Odell Center and Faith Arena, but we've got a brand new dorm. We've got a brand new student union. Our enrollment went up another 33% this year. We're up over 800 students, and it's getting to be the place to be on the West Valley.
OUAZ head men's basketball coach Matt Keeley, thank you so much for joining us this morning, Coach.
Today out at Chandler Gilbert Community College versus Benedictine Mesa, 4 p.m. OUAZ Benedictine.
We'll be right back here on the JV Sports Show. We'll bring on Ben University Mesa head volleyball coach Sophia Jones. Stay tuned.
The Lumberjacks start their hoop season with a trip to Tucson, taking on the Wildcats. The action starts Wednesday, November 6th with pregame at 6:30 and tip-off at 7 on KDUS AM 1060.